Here are 3 signs you're making progress, even though you're still overeating. A different kind of video today. I wanted to talk about signs that you're making progress even though you're still overeating. So we might think that progress looks like not overeating, but actually you can make progress even while still overeating, even overeating every day. So it's really difficult to see those signs of progress because you're being hard on yourself and you think that every time you overeat, you've gone back to square one. But speaking from experience, this is not the truth. This is not true. You are still making progress, but you really have to seek out those things. You really have to seek out those wins and bring them to your awareness, because they're going to give you enough motivation to continue this journey. So progress sign number 1, even though you're still overeating, is that you no longer enjoy being overly full, or at least not as much as before. And I know you're going to say, but being overly full is not really enjoyable. Well, the thing is, you are eating for a specific reason, and even though it led to being overly full and feeling uncomfortable, the benefit of overeating was still bigger than the nasty feeling of being overly full, if that makes sense. So for you, it was still worth it. But as you progress on this journey, you start realizing you're no longer enjoying it as much. It's no longer as worth it as it was before. So no longer enjoying it as much as before. It doesn't have as much benefit as it did before. The second sign of progress, even though you might still be overeating, is that you're becoming a little bit more picky about the foods that you overeat on. So in the past, when you were in the depths of overeating, you might say, you just instinctively reach for anything and everything you see. Everything is fuel, everything is numbing your emotion, anything goes, right? But then as you start to heal, even though you're still overeating, you actually start thinking about what is worth it for you. So you're thinking, I don't even like this biscuit, so I'm not gonna have them. Why would I have them? Or I don't like this cake, let me get a better one. Or this ice cream is like too sweet for me, I'm gonna get the one that I really like. So you start being a bit more picky on what you overeat, and that's a big sign of progress. And the third sign of progress, even though you might still be overeating, is that you're able to have even a split second of clarity before you overeat, and you think about how is that going to make you feel. Whereas before, the urge was so strong, you didn't even give your brain a chance to think logically and rationally in terms of how you're going to feel after eating. Is it going to solve your problems? Let's say you have a negative emotion and you're used to soothing yourself with food. How is this going to solve the problem? Whereas before, you had no capacity to think about that. So you may still overeat because, your willpower is not that great yet, or, your motivation is not that high. You're kind of given into the habit of overeating still, but it's a sign of progress that you're able to think and say, but if I eat all this food now, it's just going to make me feel worse, and that feeling is still going to be there. The problem that caused the feeling is still going to be there. So these were the 3 progress signs that I would recommend thinking about, whether they apply to you, and really bringing them into your awareness, because it will make it easier for you to continue this journey, instead of just thinking that every time you overeat, you've basically ended up at square one, which is definitely not the case. So let me know what you think, if anything resonated with you, and if you would like me to make part 2, then comment, like, subscribe, and all those things, and follow along for more strategies to overcome overeating.